Okay. Morning. Once again, welcome to this session on day one. As I noted that we're gonna to cover assessment tasks, the content, everything today. So today will be a bit hectic. The name of the unit that we are going to cover is Organize Business Meeting. Very interesting unit and very meaningful as well, very much required as well. You all might be conducting meetings, but do you conduct meeting effectively? Do you really know what goes in a meeting? How much time should you allow before the meeting happen? How to prepare agenda? How to take the follow-up? This is what the whole unit is about. We can conduct several meetings, or you might have attended tons of meeting, I would say, in your career, because all of you are in a senior position. You might be conducting meeting, no offense, which may be exactly how it should be, or there could be some scope of improvement. When you attend some meeting held by someone, you might feel, oh my God, I wish I was given agenda. I could have come prepared, right? Or after the meeting, what happens after the meeting? Once the meeting is over, is it done and dusted? Forget about it. Or you get a follow-up from the host or the chair of the meeting that, hey, we discussed this point in a meeting. This is your roles and responsibility. Please provide me the updated material, right? So this is what we're going to learn in this unit of Organized Business Meeting. As I said earlier, this is a plan for the week that we have 10 sessions, including this one. We're going to cover PPT and 5 PPT assessment task 1 and 2 today, 3 and 4 tomorrow, 5 on a Wednesday, giving you some time for the 2 role play, because assessment 5, assessment 3, both of them are role play. On Thursday, we'll have PPT task 1, 2, and task 3 and 4. I won't be having enough time to give you here because I have only limited room. So that's technically 9 tasks and 2 PPT. Okay, bit hectic for this week, but as I said, can't help with the assessment. Right, so this is session that we're gonna to cover, make meeting arrangement, prepare meeting documentation, and produce minutes meeting. We're gonna to see each one of them pretty shortly. Session 1, introduction. Now, I am sharing some of the, okay, I can't share this one if it is open, but I can always rename it and copy that and share that with you guys. Also, I got a learner's document. Okay, I got a learner's guide as well, which I'm sharing again as well. Okay. Thank you. So, as I said in introduction, that you should be able to conduct meeting effectively. What we mean by effective meeting? How much time should we give the meeting participant? Who should be in a meeting to start with? Can you just invite meetings so your meeting room looks full? Or you should invite only selected people so your meeting is effective. Which one is the right way? Right? How much notice should you give to your parties and all that kind of thing, which are a very basic thing, but it can really change how effectively you conduct a meeting. Right. Meeting arrangement. That's our next session. Yeah. So what we learn here, identify the type of meeting and its purpose. Is it a formal? Is it informal? Identify and comply with any legal ethical requirements. Identify requirements of meeting and the participants. When you're conducting meeting, do you have to take care of any WHS need? Or if there is a physically challenged or disability, person with disability, do you have to take care of such needs? Yeah, what is it that you need to take care of? Make meeting arrangement in accordance with the requirement of the meeting and advise participant of meeting detail. There are several types of meeting, each with a general different purpose and function. One thing can be general, other is a public meeting, third is the conferences, that is also a type of meeting. There could be staff meeting, client meeting, vendor meeting, your supplier, vendor, supplier, right? Annual general meeting. Annual general meeting these days is held virtually, like this way, via Zoom call, or someone is broadcasting live on their website or on the Zoom channel that they have, right? It could be board meeting where they are taking important board decisions, right? That's fine. That's all good. Okay. Meeting also differed in the way that they are conducted. It could be face to face, which you guys are definitely doing, right? The other is teleconferences or video conference. I would call this meeting as a video conference, a video meeting. You guys are in Solomon, I am in Australia. Still, we are conducting the meeting maybe more effectively than what you would conduct face to face, right? Of course, everything that you do will bring some benefit and will bring some drawback, right? What are the benefits of face to face? You can convey the message very effectively, efficiently. You can capture the reactions very promptly, right? And it's most of the times more effective. Disadvantage. Who would tell me the disadvantage of face-to-face meeting? Anyone? You can unmute and say, or you can write in a chat. Anyone? Disadvantage of face-to-face meetings. Come on, guys. Anyone? Michael? Oh, Peter, go ahead. Can't hear you, Peter. Too crowded? That's fine. Peter can't hear you. Okay, I need to remind everyone that on this side, you got our brain cells. There is a mic button as well, mute, unmute. Don't touch it once it's set. So that could be an issue with Peter. Can't hear you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, can't repeat what you said. That's right. Body language may contradict verbal conversation. Well said. Well said. Isn't it more time and resource consuming? Yes, that's what I mean. Take a lot of time. Absolutely. Don't ask question marks, Raya. That's absolutely right. Say what you feel like. There is no right or wrong. Just imagine if I have to come to this training session just for this week to Solomon for a face-to-face meeting. Let's call this a meeting rather than a class or a training or a lecture or whatever we say it. Just is a type of meeting. Let's say that. Yeah. If I had to come there and meet you all face-to-face, flight, visa, accommodation, time, right? I may fall sick. There's a lot of dengue and malaria and other stuffs going on. Yeah. What if I catch COVID while I'm working from home? There's less risk. Of course, we are weighing the benefit and this thing. The benefits are this, right? Very good. Very good. The video conference, the benefits. Whatever we say, drawback of face-to-face, less time consuming. You need less time to prepare, less resource consuming. What I need is a laptop. Anyway, if I was delivering face-to-face, I still need a laptop, isn't it? Yeah. So laptop, more less resources, less time consuming. You can record it and you can view it, can happen anywhere. Absolutely. Flexibility, right? I can just sit in my couch as long as I have my APTC background. Doesn't matter. You won't even realize where I'm sitting, right? Yeah, I'm not sitting in my bathroom, but I might be. Yeah. Okay. Right. It can happen. Gives you flexibility, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, absolutely fine. Yeah. So yes. So teleconference and video conference benefit. Drawback. Most of the time is not so effective. Why? Because if you see the person face to face or how they are reacting with the video, there's always some limitation. Like I said, oh, you don't know exactly how I feel right now. Why? Because you don't know where I'm sitting right now. Yeah, but if I know you guys, if I can just be, with Peter and say, hey, Peter, sir, pat on his back and are you all right? And it will be an altogether different experience, rather than saying virtually that, oh, good morning, Peterson, hope you're feeling well. That's a different thing. But I just sit next to him, hug him a bit, that, hey, Peter, sir, is everything all right? You seem a bit nervous, right? And then he might share something which he would not share in a video conference. Yeah. So everything has some drawback and positive side. It's up to you what you are going with or what you can adopt with. Yeah. Right. Depending on the type of organization, meeting, there may be legal or ethical requirement that needs to be considered, right? Code of practice. Like most of the meeting in Solomon start with a prayer, isn't it? Or end with a prayer. It's not a custom in Australia. If you start a formal meeting like that, they'll say, oh, where are you from? Why do you have to start with prayer? If you tell someone that, are you religious? They might get offended. What made you believe that I'm religious? I don't believe in any religion. I mean, it's different. It's totally different. Right? By not following religion does not mean that they are doing the nasty thing. Let's not mix that thing, right? They follow all the ethics, they are punctual to the work, they respect the women. It's just that don't need a tag of being religious or aligned to one or the other religion. That's it, right? It does not mean that they are not following the good practices in life. Yeah. Okay, so it's again philosophical and debatable point. I'm not saying that. I was talking about code of conduct. Yes, so depends on your organization, depends on a country or region or religion that you conduct meeting with. If I was attending a Hindu, like I'm Hindu cultural meeting, it's altogether different code of practice and different etiquettes, different formalities that I would start with. Right? Back in India, when we were in school, it was all together different, extremely different. Yes, sir and madam, thank you all for coming here. I'm being honored to give me this opportunity to present you this topic, right? While I'm here in Australia, morning all, thank you for coming in. This is what I'm going to talk about. That's it. It can be very, very formal. It can be mildly formal, or it can be extremely informal. Okay. Legislation related to company or association. It could be WHO's legislation, anti-discrimination, racial discrimination, all that kind of thing should be considered. So if you are conducting a meeting and someone has expressed that, oh, I am physically challenged, I might need the ramp access, or I might need a parking where I can drive and use the ramp, right? Would you just say, no, sorry, I can't provide that? Or would you have to make an arrangement to accommodate that request? Yeah. If you are attending, if you have someone who is Muslim, who is Islam, following Islam religion, right? And they might say, oh, your meeting is for 8 hours. I need to attend 3 prayers during the day. Would you have a prayer room? Can you just say no? Nope, sorry. I don't believe in that religion. I don't support that. Or do you have to make an arrangement for that? Yeah, and that's why before you send the meeting arrangement, there is always a section where you ask people or attendee to be specific. Do you have any special requirement? Once you ask that question, that's their time or section where they can say, okay, I need ramp access, I need a meeting room, I need a prayer room, right? This is where they will open up. Or I'm vegetarian, sorry. If you are ordering any food, ensure to have vegetarian. I'm vegetarian. So if I'm going to a meeting or even if I'm boarding a flight, my only request is please ensure food is vegetarian or I have some vegetarian option, not all the meats. And now recently I've changed my diet even further, more vegan. I would say just vegan, not even vegetarian. So no dairy, yeah, no animal product. It's all Mother Nature's product. Yeah, I mean, different time story, but yes. So when I'm attending a meeting, if they ask me, I would say, yes, I would prefer non-dairy. Forget about meat. Forget about chicken, fish, egg. No. Yeah. So this is a section. You must include that. Yes. Meeting and participants. So some of the special need. Okay. I don't know why it's like that. That's right. There's always something really bad. That's fine. Don't worry. Try it once more. Everything in. There we are. Okay. Some of the requirements. Participant special need, like I already mentioned, catering, like I said, meeting documents. Someone likes, oh, I really like the printed material rather than reading on a screen. Sitting arrangement, whether it's a rectangle or it's a rows and column or it's a round circle. Location, online. If it is online in your meeting, you should include the Zoom link. Yeah. Structure, number of participants. Like I said earlier, do you want to invite so many people so it looks good? Oh my God, so many attendees come. Or do you want to select a few so meetings become more effective? Agenda, speaker, purpose, date, duration, time, any pre-reading material. Before you come to this meeting, please ensure you read that thing. Or budget. Do you have all the budget in the world? Like just for you guys, right? So you are coming to, let's again call this as a meeting, not a training, right? For now, for the purpose of understanding. Does APDC have all the budget in the world to give you the best resort? I mean, I know the food is coming from Palm Sugar, which is a decent restaurant. Yeah, I've seen the menu online. Okay, which is good. But on top of that, do you have the meal, lunch and a dinner and a breakfast? Not the dinner, I know. Yeah. And do you give the best suite in Honiara with on-shoot, with couple accommodation? No, right? So we don't have ample amount of budget. The budget is always a constraint wherever you go. Okay, make the meeting matter. I mean, there is a lot to read. I wish I could copy. Okay, I shared the PPT, so just zoom it and read it in your convenience. Yeah, I'll just read a few. Start and finish the meeting on time. Don't waste time on irrelevant issues or side. Hold meeting only when necessary, just because you wanted to show off that, oh, I'm the manager, I'm the boss here. Don't conduct the meeting. Yeah, no one is interested in such a meeting. Yeah, consider everyone's idea. I mean, there's a lot to read, like I said. Yeah, and all of them are very important and relevant. So please spend some time reading it. Right, so make the meeting arrangement. First of all, schedule and date and time. Some meetings can be scheduled way in advance. When I say way in advance, it could be 3 or 5 years in advance. Not the date, right? But the time. If you go to bigger companies, right? And their long list of agenda to be fulfilled, they would have, let me, okay, just give me, no, I couldn't find it. Okay, I had a website which I couldn't find it. I might have to, but I was just about to demonstrate that they have 2 or 3 years of scheduled dates planned on 1st of August 2024, we would announce our financial year result. Yeah, or on the second quarter, we will announce our final year result. Okay, then arrange the venue, catering, equipment. If I need a projector, if I need a laptop, I need to arrange it. It's too late to arrange it late. right? Participants travel distance. You need to select a location that everyone is comfortable with, easy accessible. If it's on a remote island, just some island in, Solomon or Western Province, then it's very inconvenience for everyone, isn't it? And that's why APTC headquarters is in Honiara, and 2 locations, not just 1. Yeah. Things to consider when making arrangement: venue, facility, travel distance, potential delays, time required to make arrangement. If there is no parking, would you consider such a location? Yeah. I mean, depends. Yeah. How many people are traveling? Process for managing changes. Keeping records of arrangement. When making meeting arrangement for a large number of parties, it's important to keep a good record of arrangement that you have made, such as a timeline, budget information, travel and accommodation. You can create a simple chart like a table: the sequence of arrangement, the due date of the arrangement, assigned purple. Let me just bring one up. Okay, I'm just creating a simple one. Yeah. Notes. Why is everyone joining late? I already gave you like initial 20-25 minutes to join. And yeah, still it's 1 hour and you're coming. Not good, yeah. Okay. Just creating a very basic, very basic chart. Sequence number 1, 2, and you can drag it to a few. Yeah. Notes. Meeting venue, meeting approval, for example. Yeah. Then comes meeting venue, list of participants. Yeah. Then I got, there is someone called student. You need to rename yourself. Yeah. After you join. Thank you. List of participants, special need, printing, and other needs, catering. Yeah. Final day or week preparation. Apologies for the spelling. I'm not focusing on that. Accommodation. Right? Then, I mean, just a sample of it. I'm not writing everything. Yeah. Then you write the priorities: high, medium, or low. This is a high priority. High priority. List of parties having a medium priority. Special need could be medium. Printing, that's fine. Catering, medium. Final day versus preparation, high priority. And accommodation, extremely high priority. Due date. So if the meeting is happening, say for example, on 5th of September, this meeting approval should be, depending on a company, depending on the size of parties, and can be a few weeks early, can be few months early. So you decide actual date when it happened. So that will allow you to track that are you on track of the meeting. Let's say for meeting venue, you plan that meeting venue should be fixed before 5 months before the event. So you can notify everyone. But actual could be only 1 month. Who is responsible for this? Yeah, you write what is contingency? The backup plan. If the meeting venue changes, do you have talked or do you have arranged with another hotel that, okay, I have already booked it, but would you have a room available on this date? If I give you a short notice and someone might say, no, we are fully booked, sorry, you need to book in advance. And other might say, okay, don't worry. I know you are a good friend of mine, always make some arrangement for you. So that's your contingency, special need Or say for a catering, what if the last minute catering differs? Oh, sorry, I'm overbooked, or I'm running out of resources, I can't really cater your needs. Then do you have any other arrangement? If Palm Sugar refused to provide you food for some reason, do you have any nearby restaurant where you can go and arrange that stuff? Right? I mean, this is a very simple way. There are a lot of Gantt chart, there are a lot of project tools, Trello, AnyDo, tons of it that will be, useful to you. Yeah. Okay. Planning timetable, like this I said, meeting invitation before 10 days, submission agenda finish, meeting approved and distributed, plus 4 days after the meeting happens. Yeah. Okay, so we will notify the parties in the meeting detail, which we'll cover next. Any questions so far? All good? All is well? Awesome. Okay, some of the meeting ground rule. Accept differences in a personal styles. Be factual, not personal. Be open. Have fun. Listen to everyone. No multitasking. No shouting at all. Practice what you preach. Raise the real issue. Speak up and work to resolve the conflict. Okay. Let's move on to the next section, preparing meeting documentation. At the end of this session, what you would know is prepare notice of meeting, agenda, meeting paper in accordance to the requirement. Check documentation for accuracy and correct any error. Distribute documentation to participants within designated. Prepare spare sets of document. Okay, just from the meeting, right? I just remembered, I know it's not a kind of meeting, but how many of you follow Football World Cup or Cricket World Cup or Olympics, for example? Yeah, their dates are scheduled a decade in advance. That this year's Commonwealth game will be held in here, or Olympics, or FIFA World Cup. So if the venue is fixed, they would arrange the meeting as well, isn't it? Yeah. So one of the Olympics is in Queensland in Australia. That's in 2032. So if the Olympics, let me check if I have a date here. Olympics, Brisbane 2032. It's from Friday 23 July to Sunday 8 August. The date is fixed. Yeah, you just go online and Google it. Olympics, Brisbane 2032. Right, and Google will tell you the dates. That Friday 23 July and ends on Sunday 8th August. So if that is planned like 10 years in advance, the dates are clear. What do you think? How much arrangement should be prepared? Yeah, they have 10 years of planning, and we might be struggling for 10 days of planning. Yeah, that's the difference, right? Right. Meeting documentation. There are several types of meeting documents with each different purpose and function. Like I said, this dates, 2032 Brisbane Olympic will have a lot of planning, a lot of documentation, a lot of tenders, right? A lot of arrangement starting from infrastructure, creating more accommodation. Those who are into hotel industry, tourism, they will have plenty of planning. If someone is planning to start a business, they will ensure the business is up and running way before Olympic starts. So they would have gone through all the trial phases and everything. Yeah, because that's the time that all over the world people will come. Okay, meeting invitation, date and start time. What should go in the invitation? Okay, location. Who knows what is RSVP? Anyone? I mean, don't worry about what it actually says, but only, I mean, what does it mean? That means please reply back to me. Response, yep, thank you. RSVP is an initiation derived from the French phrase "Répondez s'il vous plaît." Means respond if you please, or please respond. Yeah. R responded, s'il S, voice V, P is plate, please. Yeah. I mean, that was FYI. I mean, you don't need to memorize that. Who is attending? Purpose of the meeting, agenda, any pre-reading requirement, or travel accommodation needs. Just a sample one, very simple one. Yeah. Some of the state board agriculture meeting, the date, the time, the location, and some info about it. What should be in a meeting agenda? The title of the meeting, date, time, venue, apologies if anyone is not able to come, right? Minutes of previous meeting. If it is the first meeting, that doesn't apply. But if it is a sequence of meeting, what happened in the last session, if you need to include that. Like, even though I call this as a meeting, I don't really need to talk about what happened in our block one, is it? Yeah, because those two units are separate to this minutes of meeting unit. So even if I talk about it, you say, what is saying? It doesn't matter now. Yeah. Each subject topic to be discussed suggests a time frame and circulate at least 1 week before the meeting. This is the part I would insist. Yeah, so everyone has some time that, okay, this meeting agenda is interesting, I should go. I said, nah, boring, I know everything that they will say, time pass, waste of my time, don't want to go, whatever. But you should tell your participants at least a week in advance. Again, sample meeting agenda, date, yeah, description, objective, timeline, topic, and speaker. Meeting papers, copies of presentation. One thing that I like to bring it, do not print if you don't need it. Or do you know how to print if you need it? Okay, I'll tell you how to print. And I have told Karina as well, but I'll just tell her. Go to file or just press Control P. When you go Control P, it will tell you so many options here. Print all the slides, of course, if you need all the slide. Full page, here is, first of all, print one-sided, change it to print both-sided. Okay. Then you can, for PPT, there are various ways you can print it. 2 slides is still decent enough. It will cover the full page. If you look at the one slide, it has a lot of space here, right? 2 slides, okay? That's good. If you just wanted to provide that as an information, you can go for 4 slides. I printed like this. The number of pages reduced drastically. Like this is 12 pages, this is 23, this is 46 pages. Yeah, almost 1/4. Yeah, so please ensure this minute thing. Yeah. Minutes of the previous meeting, any reports, financial summary. If you're saying, oh, we are meeting for the budget approval, then everyone needs to know that, you know, what did you discuss last time? What is our financial? Are we making profit? Are we making loss? What is our revenue? What is our expense? Yeah. Any workbook, questionnaire, stat, charts, and everything. Check for accuracy. Before you send the agenda or any meeting invitation, you must check whether it's accurate or not. Yeah. For accuracy check, I have a tool that I use that is called Grammarly. Yeah, I'll just write it here. I might have told you, Grammarly, Grammarly. Yeah, I can share the website if you are interested. The Grammarly can be built, can be integrated with Google Chrome in your account, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Word, all that kind of thing. Gmail, everything that you type. Yeah, it's a good tool, a very good tool. Distribute documents option, distribute as hard copies in the meeting, or again, if everyone has a laptop, don't distribute the hard copy. I mean, I have worked in an office environment where we rarely use the hard copies because that's like a big Excel sheet, like literally this big. There's like so many columns. You can't print them. It won't be effective. Even if you print them on a bigger page, it's not that effective. Send as a soft copies. Send with the invitation. Send with the agenda to only those who accepted the invitation. Someone who is not coming, why would you bother about them? They are distributed on a time, always distribute the documents on time, right? Take spares copies. There might be someone who said, oh, I won't be able to come, but they said, oh, sorry, I could make it. Yeah. So I have some spare copies, so you don't have to rush for the last minute. If it is e-copies, don't worry, just email or forward them an invitation. But if it is a hard copy, you need to arrange that a bit. Okay, I got about 13 minutes before our break, but if everyone is comfortable, I keep going and finish this session 4 as well. Yeah? Okay. Just take the water. Right, so the last session, meeting minutes. What we learn here? Take the notes with required speed and accuracy to ensure that accurate records of the meeting are conducted. Produce minutes of meeting that reflect a true and accurate account of information of meeting. Check for accuracy. Submit to the nominated person and dispatch the copies of the minutes with designated timeline. What we are saying here, so during the meeting, there is someone called minute taker. What that person does, they will take notes. The person will take notes, whatever speaker or everyone else says. Let's say I'm conducting a meeting, someone else is taking note. Right now it's a recording, so we don't take notes, but someone is taking notes. Oh, this is what Dushan said. Oh, this is what Ferris asked, right? This is what Soraya responded. Or this was Soraya's question, right? If when you're conducting a meeting, someone has a question which you don't know, what would you do? Is it, oh, thank you very much. Sorry, I don't have the information right now. Someone asks you about, hey, if you increase your for example, selling price by 10%, how much will be the profit? You don't have that information on the spot with you. What would you do? Note down the detail of the question, say, okay, that's a very good question, but I'll return my numbers and I'll get back to you on that. Okay, this is why minutes of meeting is important. So the minute taker will say, oh, okay, Peter asked the question that if we increase the selling price by 10%, how much will it reflect on a profit? Okay, and that's why it has to be responded to Peter in particular, or maybe to everyone. I mean, you decide the nature of the question, right? And then once the final minutes of meeting is ready, send it to the chairperson, the host of the meeting, who's conducting the meeting, and say, okay, this is what we agreed on. Just proofread that and approve the minutes of meeting that I can distribute to everyone else. And they will say, oh, everything is good, or change this few lines and send it to everyone. Yeah, and then you distribute the meeting to all the participants, all the attendees. Now, one thing that I wanted to share with you, let me Google Docs. Um, but I'm just opening that. Where is it? Voice typing. Yes. Okay. I wanted to introduce a fancy tool. You will love it. You'll absolutely love it. Okay. So what I've done here, since I was logged in into my Google account, yeah, I open a Google Sheet. Okay. So this is like a blank. You just go to Google Chrome and type Google Docs. Yeah, that's what you type, Google Docs, and it will come up. The first thing, if you're logged in, it will directly open a page. You just go here, and that's an untitled page for you. Yeah. After you go here, go to Tools and go for, where did it go? Tools and voice typing. Control-Shift-S will do the job as well. Now, what you should do, click on this, and then whatever I will speak will be typed. Just follow what I'm doing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this board meeting. Today, our agenda will be distributed by Mr. Peter. Peter is working with us for last 10 years. He's been an honorable member of the committee. He has worked hard to bring us to this stage. Without Peter, we wouldn't be here. So give him a big round of applause. So I welcome our next speaker, Peter Ariki. Hooray! Right? See what it has done. I mean, it doesn't have a comma or full stop or anything, not a paragraph, but it does a good job, isn't it? What do you expect from a robot? Yeah. There are other tools as well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this board meeting. Today, I mean, there is a bit of, it could be me as well when you are saying, because we are not native English speaker. When a native English speaker will speak, it will pick up even more. Yeah. Agenda will be distributed by Mr. Peter, who is working for, I mean, I just said whatever come to my mind. Yeah, without paying attention. I was just focusing that is capturing the word that I'm saying. Yeah, so don't worry about the content. But just imagine the speaker is saying, and the Google Docs is typing it for you. You'll say, oh my God, you saved me. You saved my life. You made my life, isn't it? Yeah, because the speaker will be too fast for you to capture all the words. I will give you another tool. I think it's Google Meet, if I'm not wrong. Where is it? Is it here? Not the Duo, Google Meet. Yes, I think it's this one. Okay, by the way, I have my Grammarly here. It picked up 5 typos. Okay. So it will tell you it's not last, it's the last. And has worked. Right? It will change everything. Not welcomely. I mean, there are, welcome is, welcomes to this now. I mean, some of them is not right because I didn't say it properly, but it will pick up. It will, rather than agenda, it will say schedule, Peter has been, rather than Peter is working with us, So there are so many things that the Grammarly will pick up as an error, okay? Now let me delete that because that was simply to demonstrate you. Let's go here. Start a new meeting. So that's in Google Meet. Yeah, start a new meeting. That's fine. I don't want the camera to be on. There was a meeting tool. I think it was this one. Turn caption on. Are you seeing my screen? Turn caption on. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is good. Thank you for coming to this session. I will ensure the session is more delightful and you will have fun and you will learn a lot. Thank you. See, this one has got all the full stop and capital. Oops, it just went off because as you are the only one and it doesn't realize. Okay, anyway, but that's another tool, isn't it? Yeah, so you got many ways to capture this information. This is what a minute taker should be doing. I'm closing this. I will share that again. Right, closing that document because I don't need it. Right, so this is really essential. Be equipped with the latest tools and technology. Yeah, I mean, I already covered that. What should be covered way beyond than this. Yeah, what is future action, issue raised at a meeting and everything. Preparation is important. Familiarize yourself with the names of everyone. Or if not, like many of the meeting, because there are so many new people, you might not be knowing everyone. Just prepare a name tag. Just prepare a name tag. So wherever Peter is sitting, there might be a name tag, or Peter must be carrying a name tag like up here, Peter, yeah, or Michael, for example, yeah, or Soraya, before the table or on the t-shirt. Yeah, you should have a name tag. The sticky name tag will do. Yeah, so this is what Peter asked. If you don't know, then just someone ask a question, but who is that someone? Whom are you responding to? Yeah. Some example of note taking: name of the speaker, notes, extra space, or initial of action taker, who is making that action done. When taking notes, you should consider bullet points, not the sentences, right? Abbreviation where possible, like for example, RSVP, or rather than writing Peter RAK, you can say Peter, right? The reality of the recording device, reliability, sorry, right? So I showed you two reliability of the device using a laptop, right? Agenda to organize information and clarification during or after the meeting. Tune into the discussion, be a part of the discussion, note the keywords and phrases, any amendment, anything that has been amended, write down in full and take notes in form of minutes as quickly as you can, or you rely on the reliability devices, recording devices, I would say. Yeah. What is included in the meetings, minutes of meeting? Meeting details, date, time, location, agenda items, anyone who is absent, like pretty much everything. Acceptance record, if people have accepted the meeting. Reference, general or the business, date of the next meeting. Okay. This is a minutes of meeting. What do you record? The discussion, the decision, the agreed actions. Whatever been discussed, whatever the decision that has been taken, and whatever everyone has agreed on. Mr. Gordy reported that he has spoken to the importance on Thursday when, right? Gail and Jimmy discussed like in downtown sales in figure in March. Gordon suggested the option seems clear. Derek agreed. I mean, you are writing too much of detail. I mean, you can write dot points that a word with importers has been taken care, right? That someone is underperforming, right? What you agreed on. I mean, you don't write every. If you're using recording devices, different story. But if you're writing dot points, your speed and speaking speed won't be matching. Write the dot points and only the information. imports, was mass sales figures were recorded to fall. The option for actions become clear. Performance is cause of concern. Yeah, something like that. It's more meaningful than writing a whole sentences. And again, dot points. Yeah. Approval of the meeting minutes. So once you have designed, I mean, when I say you, once the minutes of meeting person has recorded all the information, it should go to the host chair of the meeting and for it to be approved before you distribute that to every person. And they might say, like I said earlier, that okay, everything is good, just change few sentences, or if it is something like this, I'll change everything. Right? But if it is like this, dot point and clear information, there's oh, everything is good. Just I'm happy for you to forward this to relevant parties, and then it should be emailed or distributed if you are in the same office. Yeah. When should you distribute? Within few days, within few hours? Yeah, depends on the severity of the topic, depends on a company norm as well. Yeah. And would you distribute hard copy, soft copy? Again, depends on the location. If you're in the same meeting, you said, oh, okay, guys, here it is. It's on my desk. Come and read it. Yeah. Pre-reading an agenda item, some minutes meeting template. Yeah. Where it says any pre-reading, you can say, go to this website and read our budget and forecast numbers, and agenda item could be, all that thing. This is what could be a part of meeting template. And that's it. We are almost on time. Any questions?